why. And that we understood a little bit yesterday about how Krishna is creating, manifesting, and maintaining the universe by not any effort. Like as I told yesterday also, when we are creating, maintaining, sometime means every time. So we have to make so much effort. Just for one creation, we have to make so much effort. And then to maintain them, creation is an effort, maintenance is an effort. And annihilation anyway we can't do. And even if you are annihilating something, there is an effort. But how Krishna is effortlessly doing all these things. He doesn't have to. And how many members we are maintaining in the family? Maybe 2-3 members of the family, then maybe the parents, maybe very little few. And how many Krishna is maintaining? Entire cosmic manifestation. And not only, when we talk about the cosmic manifestation, we only think that the human beings are only to be maintained. What about the ants, those who are living under the mountain? What about the insects? Who is maintaining everybody? Lord himself is maintaining. Once, I don't remember the Vikramaditya, I think, or something. I don't remember exactly the name. He was a very nice king, and there was a drought in his entire kingdom. So he managed, because he had so much wealth in the kingdom, he managed to protect his complete people by giving them food, by maintaining them. So 1 year drought is there, but I have so much money, so much grain that I distributed. So he went to his guru, and then he said, ki, by your mercy, I was able to maintain all my family, all my, like everybody in my kingdom, and nobody was hungry even for a day. So his guru said, there was a big boulder there of a stone, and he said, you lift this. And then he lifted. So there was a lot of ants there, insects, ants. Said, did you feed them also? He said, no. Then how do you think you are maintainer? There's so many things in our kingdom. We think only human need to be maintained. Why? The bird doesn't need food. The bees doesn't need food. Butterfly doesn't need food. Plant doesn't need food. Who doesn't need food? Everybody needs some kind of maintenance, right? Animals, we have one dog in the house, and if you maintain that one dog, nowadays so much expenditure is there, and hundreds of thousands of stray dogs are there. Hundreds and thousands of animals are living in the jungle. Everybody needs food. Everybody needs some kind of maintenance. So that's the reason Krishna has said, every living entity is my problem. My problem in the sense that they are my children, and I maintain them. So I might be doing some effort to maintain my family, myself, my people. It's not that I'm useless completely, but ultimately he's maintaining everyone. I'm just a nimitta matra. This thing we should always remember. I'm just an instrument in the hands of Krishna. Whatever he wants me to do, he makes me do. Whatever he wants me to do, he will make me do. I'm just an instrument. And this Krishna made Arjuna also realize this. After giving the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita in the 18th chapter, I think, he says, Nimitta Matra Bhava Sabyasachi. He uses two words. One is Nimitta Matra and Sabyasachi. Sabyasachi is a person, is a name given to a person who can throw the arrows from any sides. Generally, I can only throw at one time, I can only throw the arrow at one side, right? But he can left, right, front, back, anytime, anytime. He can throw arrow all four sides. So that much expert Arjuna was. He was an expert that he will shoot the arrow and rain will come. He will shoot the arrow and sun will come, and he will shoot the arrow and water will come out of the ground. Such an expert. And for him also, Krishna said, just become an instrument, Arjun. I have already killed all these people. I just want you to give you the glory that Arjuna has done, and that is why I'm making you an instrument. So we should understand our position, and that is the reason Arjuna wanted, the opulences of Krishna. When we know the opulence of Krishna, probably we'll realize that how insignificant we are. Otherwise, in our world, we think I am the master. I am the knower of everything. I can do everything. If I don't do, nothing will happen. Like we all have this tendency of being the master. Because we have Krishna's Anshna, so we have, this is a quality of Krishna. So we also have a tinge of that quality, that I want to master everything. So that's the reason Arjuna wanted us to know about the glories of Krishna, so that we understand Krishna is glorious, of course, and I am very insignificant. And that is the reason I need to surrender him. So in the process of surrender, Krishna will give different kind of knowledge. So this chapter talks about the opulences of Krishna. So we'll just read the translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, listen again, O mighty Arjuna, because you are my dear friend, for your benefit I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. So many times Krishna has said this word, that because you are my friend, bhakto si me sakha cheti, rahasam hi etad uttamam. This is a very mysterious knowledge, confidential knowledge. And in the 9th chapter also, I am giving you this most confidential, Rajavidya Rajaguhya. I am giving you the most confidential knowledge because you are my friend and you are my devotee. So that one thing is very clear. If you are not a devotee of Krishna, you cannot understand Krishna. And that also Krishna will tell in this chapter. If you're not devotee of Krishna, you cannot understand. Knowledge is given. Now, Arjuna ko he said, I am giving you this knowledge. For me, this knowledge is available, actually, right? Bhagavad Gita is available on the market. I can go and buy Bhagavad Gita. This knowledge is available to me. But what is the use if I don't understand, right? I don't understand the Bhagavad Gita. Then what is the use of this Bhagavad Gita in my house? I should understand also. I should be able to realize the knowledge given in this. So for that realization, we need to become the devotee of the Lord. That's a very, very first step to understand. Become favorable. Become recipient of the knowledge by submissive hearing. That at least I want to hear. At least I want to understand. Open hearing, submissive hearing. Having faith. That is the first step to gain the knowledge. Otherwise, knowledge is available. It is not that it is a hidden knowledge and one person can get and one person is not. It is for everyone. But we need to cultivate those qualities to understand that knowledge. Otherwise, it will not be revealed to us. So here Krishna says, you are my dear friend, for your benefit, I shall speak to you. So by cultivating the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, it is not for Krishna's benefit, my benefit. When sometimes we tell people that we should chant the holy name of the Lord, and initially everybody feels like we all have gone through that process, and we all feel, I chant one round, that is enough, I know, I do. Because you said, I do. People think, we all think at some point of the point that I am doing it because you are telling me to do. We are not understanding that I am doing it for myself. I am doing it for myself. If I'm doing it, I am only getting benefit for it. Nobody else is getting benefit. Neither Krishna is getting benefit. The person who is telling you to chant, he is getting any benefit. Of course, he is doing out of his causeless mercy. But I am getting benefit. So that's what also Krishna tells us here. My dear friend, for your benefit, I'm giving this knowledge to you. Then he says, neither the host of demigod, nor the great sages, nor know my origin or opulences. He says, nobody knows about me. So don't think that it is very easy to understand me. As I said before, buying the Bhagavad Gita is not the guarantee to understand Krishna. Buying a Bhagavad Gita is the first step. If you take Bhagavad Gita, bring in the house, that's the first step. That's not that I will understand. It may lying in my house for many, many years, and I may not understand anything from this. So that is there. So he says, what you are talking about yourselves, neither the host of demigod nor the great sages. So these are the very great personality. When the Brahmaji created, the first thing he created the 7 rishis, and then he created the demigods. So they are more intelligent than us. At any point of the time, the demigods are more intelligent than us, more knowledgeable than us, more close to Krishna than us. Krishna comes to the planet of demigod and see them in person. When demigod do the prayer, Krishna will come to the Swargaloka to receive the prayer of demigod. He doesn't come to see direct to us in person. He goes there. He goes there, but he doesn't come to us. So definitely they are better in understanding, better in qualification, better in knowledge. Krishna says, even they do not know my origin or opulences. For in every aspect, I am the source of demigod and sages. Why they do not know? Because I am their source also. They are also created by me. The first thing we should again understand, but by knowing Krishna, not just that I just go by book or just by my blunt senses. Sometimes people challenge that I want to see Krishna. When I see only, I believe Krishna, or I don't believe there is God. All this challenging moods we can never understand. So this Krishna also says here that we cannot understand Krishna by any speculation, material qualification, even spiritual qualification, unless and until we surrender to him. Just by knowledge, cultivating the knowledge, just by cultivating the knowledge, we cannot understand Krishna also. We have to have the mood of submission and surrender.
Are you changing any slide?
I changed the slide from 1 to 2. Don't feel that it is not changed.
It was.
No, it was in 2 only.
Yeah, it was in 2 only, Mataji.
Okay.
Text.
Thank you. At least today it changed. So then the third, he knows me as the he who knows me as the. So he said, they don't know. Demigod does not know. The great sages as the beginningless means they understand that I have no source. Sarva Karana Karanam. I am the source of everything. I am unborn. I have never taken birth. I am always there, eternal and beginningless. There is no beginning. For everything, there is a beginning. For the demigods also, there is a beginning. There is no beginning for Krishna. As the Supreme Lord of the world, he only undeluded among men is freed from all sins. So anyone who knows about Krishna becomes free from that. Krishna's body is not changeable. Krishna is unborn. Because he is unborn, his body is not changing. That's the reason he is eternal. So he is not in the conditioned soul's body. So that is the difference between, even when Krishna comes in the material world, his body is transcendental. Like we come in the material world, our body is material. Our body is material, our soul is transcendental. But Krishna's body is also transcendental. And when he comes into the material world also, his body is transcendental. There is no blood in the body of Krishna. It is made up of Satchidananda. Our body is made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether, blood, and whatever the muscles and bones. Krishna's body is not made up of these things. His body is eternal. Because all these things has a tendency to destroy. But Krishna's body doesn't get destroyed. So his body is made up of Satchidananda. So when a person knows, just by knowing, he becomes free from all sins. What does it mean by free from all sins? Free from all sins means now he knows about the Supreme Lord. He will develop the relation with the Supreme Lord. He will follow the instruction of the Supreme Lord. And then he will become free from all sins. So before I follow somebody, I should know about him. That is again one of the reasons Arjuna wanted Krishna to talk about his opulence. When somebody knows your opulence, he will follow you. If you are an ordinary person, why somebody should follow you? So to follow about to him also, somebody should have that kind of understanding who is Krishna. Then he says, uh, intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame and infamy. All these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone. So he says, I am eternal, and all these qualities also created by me alone. So all these are the qualities of a living being. In material world, these are the qualities like forgiveness, truthfulness, control of the senses, control of the mind, happiness, distress, birth. All these are created by me alone. So these qualities are also created by the Supreme Lord. Yeah. Then he says the 7 great sages, and therefore, and before them the 4 other great sages, and then Manus, the progenitor of mankind, come from me, born of my mind, and all the living beings populating the various plants descend from them. So first Krishna created Brahmaji. Then genealogical order is Brahmaji. Brahmaji created the 4 Kumaras. 4 Kumaras are Sanat, Sanatan, Sanandan, and Sanat Kumar. Then these Kumaras refused to propagate the word. They said, I don't want to do this. Then the Brahmaji got very angry, and from his the forehead, the anger, with the anger, some baby came crying, and that was the Rudra, because he was crying. And then Rudra was doing the destruction. Just by when he was created only, he started doing destruction. Brahmaji said, wait, you don't do anything, you just go and do the meditation. I will tell you when to do what. Right now, you don't do anything. You go and do just the meditation. So they all left for the jungle. So they did not create anything. Then Brahmaji created more the seven sages. And these 7 sages, then the Manu was created from Brahmaji. From the left side of the Brahmaji, Manu was created, and the left side Shatarupa and right side Manu. And then all these sages started giving the creation. And then the Manu and Shatarupa, then Brahmaji asked them to do the creation. So this is how it, so Krishna is saying that all they are coming from my mind, and all living beings populating the various planets descends from them. So Krishna created them, and they created this, and then these people created the world. So ultimately, who is creating? Krishna only creating. So he says that is how the creation is happening. And then he says, one who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mind engages in unalloyed devotional service. Of this, there is no doubt. So now Krishna says, once a person understands about my opulence of this, that I am only one creating. First he said, I am a Janma, I am beginningless. Then he says that I am the one who is creating everything. So when I know all this thing, that Krishna is beginningless, he is not having any death, he's always been there, and he's the one who creating everything. So my faith to him will increase. The one who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mind, then what does that person do? When I understand about him, I would also try to connect my relationship with him, right? Okay, let me also develop the relation with that personality. So that is called the devotional service. So they engage. I also want to create. I also want to, not create. I also want to cultivate my relation with that Supreme Lord. And the process to develop the relation is called unalloyed devotional service. So any person who gets understanding of this, he naturally engages in the service of Lord. Actually, the service of the Lord is naturally should be there in us. This is our nature. So naturally, when I understand my relationship with Krishna, naturally my love for Krishna will increase. Because we do not know, that is the reason we don't have love for Krishna. So once we understand relation, natural love for him will be there. Naturally, we will develop the love for Krishna. So he says, so once they know, they naturally develop the love for me. There is no doubt. Then he says, these 8 to 12, 8 to 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, I said this is Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna gives the summary. And these 4 shlokas are very important. I am the source of all spiritual and material words. With everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. So again, he repeats the same thing. I am the source of everything. I am beginningless. I am the source of everything. I am, there is no birth for me. I am creating all these demigods and everything is created by me only. All the great sages, the demigod, they are all created by me. And they create, so other living entities are also indirectly created by me only. So he says, I am the source. So all this together, he concludes it, I am the source of all material and spiritual world. Because now we see that there is nothing beyond him. Then Krishna concludes by saying, I am the source of all spiritual and material world. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know engages in devotional service. Worship me with all their heart. So they start worshipping Krishna with their heart. He now understood that this is my ultimate purpose of the life. Ultimate purpose of the life. Today I was hearing one class. I wanted to share that. I mean, just before this, I was hearing one class. And there was a Mataji, she was 67-year-old. And she heard lecture from some ISKCON devotee in their classes online. And so she was talking to that devotee in the class. She was in her class and she said, I am 67. I have been initiated in Ramanuja Sampradaya. And whatever the mantra, some mantra is there, I chant that mantra also. But after hearing your class, I found that I should dedicate my life only to chant and hear Krishna. And I want to chant now Hare Krishna Mahamantra. What should I do? Should I take another initiation to chant the mantra? And I want to come and stay. She's 67. She said, my children are married. I have no responsibility. My husband is not there. At 15 minutes, she spoke. And then the speaker said, Mataji, it's very nice to hear that at this age you are so enthusiastic. I just want to pass my every second in remembering Krishna. So he said, very inspiring. He said, what inspiring? That inspired me also. He said, what inspiring? I want to tell everybody, I started very late. So people should start at a very early age. I wasted all my life. Now I'm 67. I want to come and stay in your temple. I want to do some seva there. So please guide me. How do I do it? So much she was there. So once you understand that your relationship to Krishna is very strong and that is a permanent relationship, then these kind of, naturally we will have these kind of desire. I wasted all my life. What I was doing? I should have done this. Then naturally it will come. Once we understand that this is the most strong relation I have. Krishna is the only my source of everything. Krishna is the only the creator, maintainer, and annihilator of every living entity, and he is the only my best friend. So I should be connected to him. So when a person understands, Krishna says, they engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their heart. So this kind of natural desire develops when we understand properly. Right now we are like we are doing bhakti, but we want to do the bhakti with some karma. So our bhakti mein it is called the karma yoga. Like okay, I'm doing my activity, okay, I'll offer some result to Krishna also. I have to maintain my family, I have to do this, I have this many responsibility, I have to do all this. Okay, I will offer some result. So I'm doing bhakti, but that is called karma bhakti, karma yoga. I want to do bhakti, but I want to cultivate some knowledge. My intention is to read, understand which is there, what is there in Vedas, what is there in Gyan. I want to do everything for you, Krishna, now. Then it's a pure bhakti. That is what's called unalloyed devotional service. Krishna, I want to only serve you. That is unalloyed devotional service. So you will say, when we come to the stage of unalloyed devotional service, everything we have to leave? Should I leave my family? Should I leave my all work? No, you will still do your work. Now everything what you do is for Krishna only. Maintenance of the family is for Krishna. Going to the office is for Krishna. Cooking food is for Krishna. I am just trying to maintain this my responsibility to please Krishna. I am not doing all this thing to maintain my family. I am doing this to maintain my family to please Krishna. That understanding will come. I am doing my responsibility because Krishna has given me some responsibility. But the ultimate goal of my life is to connect to him only. So not that at the unallowed devotional service stage, I have to leave, give up everything and only chant and sit and chant. No, I do everything for Krishna now. Initial stage, let me simplify. Initial stage, I work and give some portion to Krishna. Ultimate stage, I work only for Krishna. That is the goal of my life. I do things, but goal is that everything should be connected to the Supreme Lord. That's the difference. So devotee do that. So then he says, Ki, the thoughts of my pure devotee dwell in me, their lives are fully devoted to my service. This is what is unalloyed devotional service. And they derive great satisfaction. So when you think, oh, these devotees have given up everything, I am doing everything. I eat out also. I say Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. I will eat some without onion garlic, or I will go something. I will do some worship of Krishna also, but I do other things also. I do my regular thing. I meet my friend, I go with them, but yes, I chant Hare Krishna also. So because I need variety in my life. So those who chant Hare Krishna all the time, or those who are always engaged, are they boring people? He says no. They derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. So this topic is so enlightening. That devotee can talk the whole of their life. We are reading, many of you are reading Bhagavatam every single day for some time. Do you find it boring? Otherwise, if you find it boring, how will you join it also, actually? So it is interesting. Devotee can talk because we are living in a time zone, because everything is dependent on the time limit, because our life is like that. We have like many things to do in our life. So we can have only 1 hour. If I have more time, I would like to hear more actually. If I have 3 hours every day, I would like to do 3 hours sharing. Because my life is like that, I have only 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So I am only hearing that much. So that is what devotee do. So they get great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and hearing about and chanting Machita Madgata Prana. And to those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come. So when a person does this, he remembers the Lord, he chants the Lord, he hears about him, he shows his interest in the Lord. The more important thing that when we start showing our interest towards the Lord says, and we make an effort also. I also make an effort. I also try to do something. I also manage to find time. I also manage to make an arrangement so that I can get some time. Then Krishna says, I give understanding by which they can come to me. So in the beginning, you read that no one can understand me. So really nobody can understand me? Yes, somebody can understand also. Who can understand? Whom Krishna gives the intelligence. If Krishna gives the intelligence, I can understand Krishna. So Krishna says, and whom Krishna will give intelligence? Those who are constantly chanting, remembering the Lord, trying to be very sincere. And Krishna gives the intelligence. And who will constantly do the Lord? Who knows the opulence of Krishna, that he is source of everything? It's all in sequence. Then he says, then the next verse he says, very good. To show them special mercy, I only not give them the intelligence to understand so that they can come back to me. I also show my special mercy to these people. And I dwelling there in the heart, because Krishna is in our heart as Paramatma, said, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness bound out of ignorance. Because of the ignorance, we are not able to understand the Supreme Lord. So he says, I destroy that darkness. I destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge. So with my knowledge, I give them the understanding and I destroy their knowledge so that they can come back to me. So these 4 verses were very important verses from, actually we should read this Chatur Shloki every day. Many devotees read, so to get them inspiration to practice devotional service. If you read these 4 shlokas also every day, it will give you so much strength. Then Arjuna said, oh, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode, the purest, the absolute truth. You are the eternal. Now Arjuna is talking about the qualities of Krishna. Pavitram, that is what? Pavitram, Param Dhama. What is that shloka? Param Dhama. So your abode is eternal, pure. You are most purest form. You are the original. You are unborn. You are the greatest. All the great sages such as Narad, Asit, Devala, and Vyasa confirm this truth about you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me. So now Arjuna says, okay, after hearing all this, then Arjuna declares that I know you are the Pavitra, you are the ultimate, you are the absolute, you are the eternal, you are transcendental, you are original. You are telling, and all the other sages also, they have also told this about you. So now I am convinced you are ultimate abode. You are Supreme Personality of Godhead. I understood that. Because I'm not only you are telling this. I think when we were doing this shloka also, I cannot go and claim that I am God. And by my saying I will not become God. I should have the quality of the God. I should have my reference given by the others also. He is God. And not anybody and everybody. There should be some great personalities. So Arjuna is talking here about those great sages, rishis, that they have also declared about you the same thing. You are the one who is the source of everything. Now, and you are also saying the same thing. Now I understood that you are the Supreme Lord. What to do now? He says, oh Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the demigod nor the demon, oh Lord, can understand you personally, your personality. So I understood. Nobody, because you have so much quality, and with our limited intelligence, how will understand? So nobody can understand you. Indeed, you alone know yourself. Now Arjuna is making another ground. He's saying, I understood that nobody can know you. But you know yourself. Now you tell me about yourself. Because who will tell about you? Because nobody knows you. Correct? So initially he makes the ground to Krishna to speak now. He says, I understood that nobody knows you. You are the great personality, but you know about yourself. Oh, Supreme Person, origin of all, Lord of all being, God of gods, Lords of the universe. You only know about yourself. So please tell me. I want to hear from you, your glory. Tell me some of your glory now. So Arjuna is making a request. I want to know about you. How we see everything in you. How we see that you are everywhere. So Arjuna's request. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you pervade all these words. So tell me about, I want to know now more. Whom should I go and ask? Nobody knows you. So you better tell me. I have got hold of you today. So you please tell me about your all opulences. And then Krishna says, oh Krishna, and then he says, oh Krishna, oh Supreme Mystic, how shall I constantly think of you? And how shall I know you? These are all questions for us. If I want to think about Krishna, how do I think about Krishna all the time? What do I do? In what various forms are you to be remembered? O Supreme Personality of Godhead. Prabhupada is saying, it is everything coming from Krishna. Krishna is giving us the knowledge how to remember him. So Arjuna is asking this question for us, that how shall I constantly think of you? Now you only tell me, because nobody can tell about you. So you please tell me, how do I remember you? How do I see you in various forms? O Janardana, again, please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I am never satiated in hearing about you, for the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your word. He says, I want to hear more. And that is the glory of Krishna's hearing. The more you hear, the more you want to hear. That is the glory of Krishna's hearing. This is, I'm not satiated. I want to hear more and more. Understand the scene that war is going to start. Is this all related to the war? No. But Arjuna, when he got to know, he wants to ask so many questions and get all his doubt cleared there. And Krishna very patiently is answering. He says, I'm not satiated. I want to hear. So you are the best person to tell me about yourself. So please tell me about yourself. your mystic power, your opulences. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said. Now Krishna will start saying, yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations, but only of those which are prominent. O Arjuna, my opulence is limitless. Yeah, I will definitely tell you something. I will tell you, because more than that you can't understand. So whatever you can understand, I will tell you, because I am unlimited. But some qualities I will tell you definitely. And then Krishna starts about talking from 20 to 40 shloka. 20 shloka Krishna will give his opulences. How can you perceive me everywhere? How Krishna can be perceived in everything and everywhere all the time. I am the super soul, O Arjuna, seated in the heart of all living entities. I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of all beings. These are the, actually, somebody can make these points. Krishna is telling, in this he said three things. I am super soul, I am the beginning, middle, and the end of all living being. So I am the one from where the things start. I am the middle also, and I am the end only. So these shlokas are said here by Krishna, and there are more reference of these shlokas are in Puranas, in Bhagavatam, all those places also. Like in the Bhagavatam, Krishna says, Brahmaji says in the Bhagavatam that for creation, you are manifested as Brahma. For maintenance, you are manifested as Lord Vishnu. And for annihilation, you only have manifested as Lord Shiva. So now this shloka will complement that shloka. I am the beginning, middle, and end. So we think Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh are different. Brahmaji is saying you are only the Brahma, you are only the Vishnu, you are only the Rudra or Lord Shiva. For different things, you have manifested yourself in different form. So this isliye sometimes it is said that God is one, his manifestation is different. Actually, sometimes other religion people say, oh, and you have many gods. We don't have many gods. God is only one. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Because our understanding is not clear, in the scripture, we think there are many gods. We are not having many gods. God is one. He has manifested in different things and for doing different things. Everywhere. In the Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti Suhite Saracharachara. In my leadership or in my supervision, all these energies are working. So whether it is spiritual energy or material energy, everything is under my control. So God is only one for us also. He is for different, to do different things, he has manifested differently. So that's what he says. Then he says, of the Aditya, I am the Vishnu. Of the light, I am the sun. I am radiant sun. Of the Maruts, and the air, I am the Marichi. Among the stars, I am the moon. I'm not going in details because we have time limit also. Of the Vedas, I am the Sam Vedas. Of the demigod, I am Indra, the king of heaven. The senses, I am the mind. And the living being, I am the living force consciousness. So Krishna is the living force within me who is giving me the life. Of all the Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. Of the Yakshasa and Rakshasas, I am the Lord of wealth, Kuvera. Of the Vasus, I am fire, Agni. And of the mountains, I am Meru. Of the priest, O Arjuna, know me to be the chief Brahaspati. Of generals, I am Kartikeya. And of bodies of water, I am the ocean. Of the great sages, I am Bhrigu. Of vibration, I am the transcendental Om. Of the sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy name, Japa. And of immovable things, I am the Himalayas. So chanting of the holy name, what you're doing is also Krishna. Of all the trees, I am the banyan trees. And of the sages, I am among the demigod, I am Narada. Of the Gandharvas, I am Chitraratha. And among perfected being, I am the sage Kapila. Of horses, know me to be the Uchcheshrava produced during the churning of the ocean. For nectar, of lordly Enifed, I am Eravat, and among men, I am the monarch, the king. Of weapons, I am the thunderbolt. Among the cows, I am the Surabhi. These are the best, everything. Of the causes for procreation, I am Gandharpa, the god of love, and of serpent, I am Vasuki. Of the many hooded Nagas, I am Ananta, and among the aquatics, I am the demigod Varuna. Of departed ancestors, I am Arema. Arema is the controller of the Pitras, yes. Among the dispensers of law, I am Yama, the lord of death. Among the Daityas, Demon, I am the devoted Prahlad. Among subduers, I am Time. Among beasts, I am the lion, and among the bird, I am Garuda. And then he says, of purifier, I am the wind. Of the wielders of weapon, I am Rama. Of fishes, I am the shark, and flowing river, I am the Ganges. Of all creations, I am the beginning and the end, and also the middle. O Arjuna, of all science, I am the spiritual science. Of the self among logician, I am the conclusive truth, ultimate truth. Sorry. Of letters, I am the letter A, and among the compound word, I am the dual compound. I am also inexhaustible time. And of creator, I am Brahma. So here, there he says, Lord Shiva, I am there. Here says, I am Brahma. I am all devouring death. I am the generating principle of all that is yet to be. Among women, I am fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. These are quality of the woman. These are womanly qualities. Yes. Of the hymns in the Samveda, I am the Brihatsama, and of poetry, I am the Gayatri. Of months, I am the Margashirsha, November, December, and of seasons, I am the flower bearing spring. I am also the gambling of cheats, and of the splendid, I am the splendor. I am the victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. Balam balavatam. So anybody who has strength, the strength is also Krishna. I'm also the gambling of cheats, and of the splendid, I am the splendor. Anything we see very unique, that splendor is coming from Krishna. I am the victory, I am adventure, and I am the strength of the strong. Of the descendant of Vrishni, I am Vasudeva, and of the Pandavas, I am the Arjuna. Of the sages, I am Vyasa, and among the great thinker, I am Ushna. Among all the means of suppressing lawlessness, I am punishment, and of those who seek victory, I am mortality. Of secret things, I am silence, and of the wise, I am the wisdom. So you see, none of the qualities left. Krishna spoke whatever is required for us. Furthermore, O Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existence. This we had discussed yesterday. Krishna said, Aham bija pradapita. I am the seed generating for all existence. There is no being, moving or non-moving, that can exist without me. What else Krishna will say? There is nothing which can exist without me, moving or non-moving. Char, achar, everything I am there. O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestation. What I have spoken to is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. After this, Krishna concludes, I just gave you the glimpse. It's my, I'm talking about this universe, maybe this earthly planet. He has more qualities in other things. But he's saying, I'm just giving you the glimpse of my infinite opulences. Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creation spring from but a spark of my splendor. Ekam sheno sthito jagat. From my one fragmental part, I create, maintain, and annihilate, and do all the glorious creation. This beautiful, just by one splendor, one fragmental part, one small particle of Krishna is holding all this vibhuti. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With the single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Even a small thing, I pervade the entire universe. Ekam sheno sthito jagat. What will just by one? That is what I was telling yesterday. That when the Ananta Shesa has the thousands of hood, right? In thousands of wood of Ananta Shesha, in one hood, the entire universe is resting. And on that universe, which is made of 14 planets, it is just like a mustard seed on his head. So maybe in the Ananta Shesha here we saw. So yesterday we were showing you the planet. Today I will tell you, we know about the 14 planetary system. Here we are talking about this is the Earth. And here 7 up and 6 down, 6 up and 7 down, Atal Vital. And this earth is resting on Ananta Sesha in the middle, you see. And side mate is holded by 2 elephants. And all these are resting on this one turtle. And this turtle is floating in the water. So turtle is a living entity because it's all floating in the water, right? So in the water, Garbhoda Koshan, where this turtle is there floating. On that turtle, top of the turtle, there is a Ananta Shesha in the middle. So if Ananta Shesha is in the middle, to give the support, because earth is like this, it will shake a little bit. So 2 elephants are doing, and above also there is a Summarry mountain and everything, which is also there are support given by the elephant, which we are not discussing. We are just discussing these 2 elephants. And on this entire 14 planet is there. It says that for the earth, the resting place is, Lord Shesha. For the Lord Shesha is the resting place, is the great tortoise. Beneath him, for the tortoise, resting place is wind. For the wind is resting place myself. So that is what Krishna is described in the Brahma Vivarta Purana. So this is how our earth, our universe looks like. Topmost is Brahmaloka, then Tapaloka, Janaloka, Maharloka, Swargloka. These are upper planetary system. In the middle is Mount Meru, and this is all we are not discussing. This is our Bhuloka, our 3 realm. You can see this, and all this is a layer of ocean. So, to our surprise, we know only the one ocean about the saltwater ocean. There is the ocean of milk, ocean of fresh water, there ocean of sugar cane syrup, ocean of wine, ocean of curded milk, ocean of ghee. So this 7 layer of ocean is there surrounding the Mount Meru. Mount Meru is a pivot, and it is surrounded by we know only one ocean of salt water. There are different oceans which we do not know. We are not aware. That we are not going in detail. And then below this, Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Patal, Rasatal and Patal. All this 14 planetary system is there. And this complete universe is resting on the hood, one of the hood on the Ananta Sesha. This is resting on the one of the hood of Ananta Sesha. It is mentioned. So that's the glory of Krishna. And like this complete universe, in this 14 planet, there are 14 planets, and like this, there are millions and billions of universe. Millions and billions of Brahma, billions and billions of each universes are floating in the sky. It's just floating. We are not even aware of. So Satyaloka, Lord Brahma lives there. Tapaloka, below that, sages who perform severe penances, they go and live in Tapaloka. Then Janaloka, saintly person, those who are very saintly, they go to Janaloka. Maharloka, saints like Bhrigu Muni, great sages. Then Swargloka, fruitive worker, performing austerity based on Vedic scripture. So we are very saintly, but we have not yet surrendered to the Lord. We might go to the Janaloka. Those who do a lot of austerities, but our purpose of doing austerities not in a direct connection to the Supreme. So they also stay in. These are the very highly, upper planetary systems are very, very elevated souls go there. Those who are almost perfect, little bit is remaining, but they are almost to the perfection, like 70-80%, they will reach to these planets. We know only till Swargaloka, where the fruitive worker goes, performing is based on the Vedic scripture. Like those who perform the fruitive activity, they say to enjoy the result of the fruits, they go to Swargaloka. Swargaloka is a very, very opulent place. Then Bhurloka and a human being, Bhuloka is our earth. This is Bhu and Bhuar mein, our earth and this thing. Then Atal mein there is a demon. Demon live there. It is made it by Maya Dana. Then Vital mein Lord Shiva lives with Mother Parvati and all his ghostly people. The demons, those who are follower of the Lord Shiva, and ghostly people, those who are the follower of Lord Shiva. With those people, Lord Shiva lives in Vital. Sutal is the place where Bali Maharaj lives. Talatil is demon Maya. And then Mahatal, snakes with hundreds and thousands of hoods. So all this lower planetary system, there is no sunshine. So light is there about this snakes. Snake gives the light. And they have the gems. The people, there are a lot of gems over there. So with that dazzling light of the gem, there is a light over there. Rasatal mein demoniac son of Diti and Danu. Demoniac people. Patal is Nagaloka where Vasuki lives. So all these people, so according to our desire and karma, we get birth in any of these 14 planetary system. Narkaloka is not here. Narkaloka, hellish planet, is outside this universe, like in some corner. So these are this residents go there. So this is how the planets are there. Actually, where it is our Earth, outside the Earth, somewhere here, they say is the hellish planet and Pitraloka. Sometime it is said the hellish planet is down here somewhere. Is the hellish planet. There are 26 types of hells that is here somewhere. So all this Krishna is maintaining, doing just by doing nothing. We never hear in any story of Krishna has to get up and go to work to maintain all these things. He just desire, I want to do it, and things happens. Even sometimes it doesn't desire, automatically things are maintained. That is the opulence of Krishna. So with this all, we will end this chapter. I hope we are on time. Is there any question, comment, suggestion, realization about knowing about opulence of Krishna?
Question, ma'am. Can I ask?
Yeah.
Shiv and Parvati, we read in Ramayana many times that they live on Himalaya. And she's known as a Himalaya Putri also, Parvati.
Yeah.
So,
no, so Lord Shiva lives there in Kailash also he lives. Mother Parvati has her own about Shakti Loka has there, and here he lives only for like everybody has a various houses. So here with his Danav friend, Danav worshippers, generally these demons are worshipping, and he has the ghost worshipper and all. With them he lives here. Otherwise he has his own abode there in Kailash only he lives. There he is meditating all the time on the Lord.
and one more thing, ma'am, when this Bhagavad Gita was spoken 5,000 years back, until and unless Prabhupada, it propagated it, where it went, because that's why we are getting it so late, because otherwise right from the beginning, I mean, the worshipping, everything.
What happened was, in general, these knowledges, the scriptural knowledge was restricted only to the monasteries. It had not come to the public. So not that people were not aware of Bhagavad Gita. They were saintly people, they were aware of Bhagavad Gita. And because the television was not there and shows were not there, the people were just giving to their monastery some classes, some people, and those were really interested. There were some gurus, they will give some knowledge according to this thing. So it was there, but it was in a very restricted form. So it was very much only to the, even till now, we have four Sampradaya, four Vaishnava Sampradayas are there. Only the ISKCON, like Brahma Sampradaya, which we follow, is going people to distribute this knowledge. Ramanuja Sampradaya and other Sampradaya, it is still restricted to their monastery only. Not many people are coming out and giving this knowledge. It is the Prabhupada, because that's what his guru Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati said, I want this knowledge to be distributed to everyone. And that is how Prabhupada has started giving this knowledge. He has taken, before Prabhupada also few of the other disciples of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati went out, but they couldn't do much. When Prabhupada went to the London and I think somewhere in France or Germany, in their library, the teachings of the books of Vedic scriptures were there.
Really, the onus goes to him only. I really wonder what others
Yes,
were doing.
correct.
So-
Today, in the morning class, after this Mangala Arati, we had a reading class, we were discussing the same thing. His onus was all Prabhupada because he has taken so much pain, and Krishna made him the instrument for distributing this knowledge to so much into the public. So this is the one of the principles of ISKCON. Like when we connect to ISKCON and we get this responsibility that propagate this knowledge. Let it reach more and more people. Let them be more and more aware of this knowledge. That is the reason we have book distribution. You give them the books, you give them knowledge, hold the program, do this kind of thing. You see so many programs of ISKCON devotees are doing in the internet, different temples, different ways. Because one of the principal purpose is to propagate the knowledge. One of the 7 principle is there, and one of the principle is to propagate this knowledge as it is. So it's a responsibility on us also.
Thanks a lot.
I keep telling to my people, all of them, those who are connected to me, like very closely, I said, this is our business. Like everybody has the business and they want to promote their business. They want to think how they can promote their business, how they can earn more and more money. This is our business. We have to cultivate this knowledge and give it to so many people and make it reach out to hundreds and thousands of people. This is our business. So we have to constantly think about it. So we also have to constantly think what do we do now? What program we can do so that some people are getting connected and they read. They take, because by this only their life is going to change. So not as a business, but this is our thing that we want to reach out to the more and more people, because this is a responsibility given by Srila Prabhupada to all of us. So I'm thankful to you all that you are helping us to promote this knowledge. And the motivation for this business is only seeing people happy. Other business mein though, there are other remuneration. Here is only when we see people happy, coming out of their problems. Their life is becoming blissful and happy. That is the only motivation we have. Okay, their life became happy, they became happy, their life changed, they understood, that is only motivation we have. Yes, anyone else has any question, comment? Did you like to hear about Krishna's opulences?
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Yes.
I always wondered, why does he say I'm the thief among thieves and the gambling in the gambler?
Yeah, because that is also, nothing is, what Krishna is trying to say, nothing exists without me. So that also I am. It does not mean that we worship the thief now. He says that also, those qualities also. I am the best cheater. I am in the cheating. I am the best, because everything what propensity we have, it is all coming from him in some this thing. So his qualities there everywhere. Nothing exists without him.
Both negative and positive, the good and the bad. It's all him.
Everything.
And I think it comes out from within us. It's not. How do you say it? It's our vasanas that come out that way.
You cannot separate anything from me.
Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
That's why Krishna is known as Chauragraganyam.
Chauragraganyam Purusham Namami. Yes. No, but when he does for the best. So Krishna was thief, But that's the reason, if we had done this Chaurastikam in our class, the meaning also, Krishna said, what does Krishna steal? When we steal something, we get into the law of karma because we steal for our sense pleasure. Krishna even steals the misery of our life. Krishna steals the all sorrow of our life. So whatever Krishna does, he does the best. So even the thief, he is the best. That's what he meant. I steal that nobody can else steal. I steal your sorrow, I steal your misery, I steal your all the distress from your life. So Krishna is, anything he does is the best. And we talk about it for when Krishna used to steal the butter, not for his own this thing. In Krishna's house, butter used to be kept in the well, not in the pots. So much butter and milk and ghee and everything were there. It used to be kept in the well. Why will Krishna go and steal? Why will Krishna become a chariot driver? Why will Krishna lift the slippers of this thing? It is just to please the devotee. So Krishna's everything is pure. Even his thief also, the purity is there. Our everything is contaminated with our desire of sense enjoyment. Krishna's everything is in the purest form. Yes. I hope and pray that it will help us to surrender to him more and more. And the best way to surrender to Krishna is to chant the holy name of the Lord. That is the first. For us, the major thing in our devotional service is Shravan and Kirtan. If we adopt these two processes, we hear regularly about Krishna and we chant every day about Krishna, that will bring all the knowledge. What Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, the Dami Buddhi Yogam Tam, then we'll start getting all the required knowledge. What we have to do regularly is chanting and hearing, chanting and hearing, chanting and hearing. Shravan and Kirtan is the most important thing for us. Nityam Bhagavata Sevya, Bhagavate Uttam Shloka Bhaktir Bhavati Nastaki. It says, Nityam Bhagavat. Every day you should hear Bhagavatam. And what Bhagavatam shloka will there? It will give us the Nastic Bhakti. Very, very determined Bhakti will just get by hearing Bhagavatam every day. So we should, and you are all, many of you are all doing this, reading every day and hearing every day. Reading and hearing is almost same, and chanting every day.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for everything. Have a wonderful day.
You too, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Okay. So we'll end this session, and I don't know it is the right time to tell you all or not. Saturday next is a Radha Ashtami. And then again, we have a celebration, very special celebration. So class time will be little bit changed. Again, we will have 1 hour before, like you have 7:30 every Saturday, Sunday. This Saturday we'll have 6:30 to 7:30 because I have a live program here. So then again, that live program also we will be doing live cast. But the regular class, I'm not canceling it because it's because it's only twice a week. But I will request you all to change the time, and we will post the message also about it. It will be 1 hour before on Saturday. Sunday again on the regular time. So I just let you know, and then we will post the message also for this. Okay. See you all next week. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank
you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo
Thank you,
Namaः.
Mataji.
Vaishnav ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samrit Bhakti Vrinda ki
Dandavat pranam. Thank you,
Dandavat
Mataji.
pranam, everyone.